All right.
What's going on, YouTube?
Welcome back to another episode of G-Man Fishing. I told you we're having a competition this weekend, but we've had a front move in, so we don't know if it's going to work out quite the way we want. So we may axe it and do it a different time. But right now, we got Mason, a subscriber, wanting to fish with us. He's going to help me out with this little competition of the Rage versus the Keitech versus the Guggen Squad Saucy Swimmer. And we're going to put them against each other, and we're going to see which one outfishes which one. Because there's only two of us, we've got to use one bait apiece and then split the use of the third bait. He's using the Rage starting out with, I'm using the Saucy Swimmer. And we're just going to work the whole bank of haystack, and we're going to work the dam and maybe go over to the cove here in a little bit. And we're going to try and put out a good video for you guys. So Mason, go ahead and explain what you're going to be using.
All right, well, I'm going to be using the 3 3/4 inch Rage swimmers with an underspin, and I'm just going to be slowly working it across the bank here, going down across the dam, and see what happens, and maybe move a little faster if that's what they want.
What pound test are you using?
I'm using a 8-pound test mainline with a 6-pound leader, and I'm going to be using, yeah, just 8-pound and 6-pound. That's pretty much all I'm using.
Okay, and I'm going to show you my setup here. I've already been fishing for a couple hours this morning because, well, they were supposed to be here earlier, but they're running a little late. I'm using the Saucy, or not the Saucy, but I'm using the Keitech with an underspin, Strike King underspin. It's a little bit big for the fish I think we're going to be fishing for. I'm using 15-pound mono with my baitcaster 86 rod. So he's got a camera, I've got a camera, so hopefully we make a really good video for you guys, and we're going to try and see which one's the best bait. So until we start getting some fish action or something, this is G-Man out. Yep. Yeah, net rig hook. Just because if I'm using this underspin guy. All right, that's like one fish for the Keitech. This is a little bit cute guy. We're gonna throw it a couple more times and see if we can get another one, because the stuff's all the way over there. But hey, that's one for Keitech, which I have the most confidence in. Mwah. Kiss him, put him back, and then we'll try a couple other baits here pretty quick. But for now, we've got one. I've missed probably a dozen fish though, so it's not like it hadn't been productive. Just I haven't landed any until then, and I've been out here for 4 hours probably, trying this competition out, because I think of the front that moved in. I think that's why we're just not catching the amount of fish for this competition. So we're just gonna keep on going, see if we can't produce some more fish, because this is supposed to be a competition. Mason lost a 4-pounder. I don't know why he missed the 4-pounder, but he did. But that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, I hear you on that. I do have another rod casted out there with the bobber and a worm and a trout magnet. Trying to see if we can't catch something that way, even though that's not part of the competition. So, but I caught that fish right there by the rocks. I was like, yeah, throw it by the rocks, see if we catch a fish. And sure enough, finally caught one. That's not the only bass I caught today. I have caught another bass, but I was using a different. I was using a worm, or yeah, night crawler for that. And because it's not part of the competition, I'm not putting it in the video. So if it's not a Keitech Saucy Swimmer or Rage Swimmer, it's not going in the video. So, but it gives me an opportunity maybe to shoot 2 videos instead of 1. But you just never know. what's going to happen. Finally, paid off. Oh, Saucy swimmer just hooked the fish and lost it. Darn it. That's would have been one for the Saucy swimmer, one for the Keitech, but the one that I hooked on the Saucy swimmer just spit it out. Hopefully we get another chance. Another one. Now the Saucy swimmer, I have to say, smells different than the Keitech. So I don't know if that's going to be much of a factor on whether or not we catch more fish on the or on the Saucy swimmer or not. You know, there's another bite. Missed him. So I just switched to the Saucy swimmer. Come on. Then take it. And just switch to the Saucy swimmer by Guggen. And that's 2 bites on about 3 casts. So, and this one's got a little bit smaller profile than the Keitech that I was throwing, because I don't have none of the smaller Keitechs. So it can make all the difference profile on baits, but you just never know what day is what day they're gonna bite on the best. To be honest with you, I don't think that you can make a fair assessment on one day of fishing, but you know, it's just one of those things you know, as a YouTuber we try to do, just because we want to make videos that people like. So see what happens. Today it could be the Saucy swimmer, tomorrow it could be the Keitech of the Rage. There's another bite. That's 4 bites on 4 casts. But the first cast I didn't get no bites, so maybe the profile is making all the difference on this one, because it is a little bit smaller bait. So alright, that's 1 for the Saucy swimmer. Alright, that's sweet. That's 1 for the Saucy swimmer. No size to them, but hey, we're catching them. So what I've done was took the underspin off and just rigged it up with the Ned rig hook. And I'm just throwing it out there and I'm slow rolling it because they don't want it real fast. That's like the 10th or 15th bite I've had on the Saucy swimmer. That's the first one I've hooked up with because they all seem to be pretty small. Is what I've done was I started fishing this rock kind of ledge kind of thing in the water. And so I'm just, there's another bite. Just throwing it out there and slowly rolling it on the bottom, and just missed another one. So today it's hard to tell which one's the clear-cut winner so far. I mean, I've been fishing for hours, and this is the most action I've had today. It's just after I switched to the Saucy swimmer. So I'm definitely going to try the Rage out next. But to me, so far, I had about the same amount of bites on the Keitech, so I'm not ready to say that Saucy swimmer is any better than the Keitech. But we still got one more bait to go, and we'll see how it produces after we're done with this one. Just low and slow is how I'm getting them to bite, and that seems to be the ticket, because when I was burning it with the underspin and everything. Nothing happening. Ah, I missed him. Nothing was happening. Throwing it out there and just, this seems to be what's working. It's throwing it out there and slow reeling it along the bottom. So I think we're going to do one more cast with the Saucy swimmer, and then we are going to try to try the Rage swimmer. And you know, so far it's just been a slow day. It's kind of picked up a little bit this afternoon, but I'm not saying that it's spectacular by any means. Every bite that I've had today was just slow working. Slow working. So after this cast, we'll go ahead and switch to the Rage, and we'll see what happens. I was just hoping that it would be a day of bigger bass and more quantity of bass, but it just has not worked out. So we're gonna go put on the Rage. There we go. Got him. Got him. Got him. Yes, got him. Oh, he's a good one too. He's a good one. I think so. Keitech. Yep. Keitech. Keitech. Oh yeah, it's a decent one. That's the biggest one of the day. Biggest one of the day. On the Keitech. You guys seen it? That's the count. That's the catch. I pulled him out. Oh man. I switched to the smaller Keitech because I got smaller Rages and smaller Saucy swimmers, and all the bass we're catching are small ones, and they're not really taking the bigger ones in their mouth. So I decided to go ahead and switch up and try the smaller Keitech, like the Saucy swimmer. And so there we go. So far the Saucy swimmer, or the Keitech, has outfished the Saucy swimmer because I've landed more fish. But bites wise, it's about the same. I've caught 2 fish on the Keitech and 1 fish on the Saucy swimmer, and the Rage I haven't used yet. But Mason's using the Rage, and hopefully he's going to catch a big old fat one. He did miss a 4-pounder, but that was on a robo worm. That wasn't a Keitech or a Rage or a Saucy swimmer. So come on. So far I would say it's about dead even on the Saucy swimmer and the Keitech, but because we haven't really thrown, well, I haven't thrown Rage, Mason has. So, oh, I missed him. Mason has. So he said he got bites on it, but he hadn't landed one. So how many bites do you think he got on the Rage when you were throwing it earlier?
Over there or over here?
No, over there by the dam.
Over there. I don't know, probably 7 or 8 bites.
7 or 8 bites? Well, come on, you got to hook up with one so we can put it on camera. So far I'm calling it pretty even. I think it's pretty even. Got another one on the Keitech. Yeah, you're going to have to, I think. That's why the Saucy swimmer is a smaller profile. So that's 3 on the Keitech, none on the Rage, but we've got bites on the Rage. We just ain't catching nothing. I thought I had a smaller profile Rage, but I don't. So today's definitely been smaller. Anything smaller is what we've been catching them on. So right now I'm going to say the winner is the Keitech because I've caught more fish on the Keitech. But the day's still early. Still got time. And the Rage or the Saucy might pull it out. You just never know. You just never know. You probably will. You probably will. What brand is that you're using?
It's some brand I've never heard of. It's called Lunker Baits.
Oh, I've heard of Lunkers. I've never. The only lunker bait I've used is the frog, topwater frog. All right, we finally got a fish on the Rage. Nice, and then I got a phone call coming in. But we finally got a fish on the Rage. Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Hey.
Are you all still at the Cove area? Or
I am, yeah, I am. Mason already left.
Oh, okay.
So.
We just wanted to make sure because we're heading back that way now.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
See you.
See you.
All right. There's the Rage's first fish. And it's probably the biggest one of the day. So, hey, what can you say? Catching fish, and I got a fish on my bobber. Maybe we'll get that in here too. Let me quit biting. So we'll just let it sit there and we'll continue fishing with the Rage for now. And trying to make a video. Now, as far as performance goes, they've all had a bunch of bites today. They all work pretty similar. But as far as catching goes, the Keitech caught the most. So I'm not saying that means that it's better, but on this day, the Keitech had a better hookup ratio on fishing. So I think we'll end it on that one unless we catch another one on the Rage. And we've already done the outro, so y'all, we'll catch you later. All right, well, we had the challenge. We caught a few bass on everything but the Rage. I think we just had too big of a Rage. But Mason's gonna go ahead and show you what we're dealing with. And so, they've all done the damage.
We got the Saucy swimmer from Guggen Baits. We got the Keitech from Keitech, yes. Mm-hmm. And we got the Rage swimmer from Strike King, right there.
And what was your overall assessment of the baits?
Saucy swimmer, I think, was better because it has a more smaller profile on a cold day like this. So I think that worked better for today. I think the Keitech would work better. I think it caught more than the rest of them.
It did.
So I would say this is the best overall for warm and cold days. So I think this is the best overall. This one, I think we would have more luck on it if we had a smaller version of it. But we gave it an equal chance, and it didn't really produce for us. So overall, I think I'd say the Keitech was the best.
All right, well, that's it for this episode of G-Man Fishing. We'll catch you guys next time.